Side them, Daniel Sturridge, so the big guns are out there.
Certainly are. As for Malaysia, no changes from the team that finished the first 45 minutes. We'll quickly run through the Malaysia side, who have Farizal in goal, Fandi Othman, Subramaniam, Noor Hafiz and Mohamed Zubair at the back. Midfield of Joseph Badri Radzi, Sharon Nisam and Wan Zaharul, with Hairudin Omar and Amri Yahya the front men, as Chelsea force an early corner from Hairudin Omar.
Yeah, Omar trying to force the ball off the Chelsea player. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hit the Chelsea player, and it went over the dead ball line. So it's going to be a corner kick on the far side in the first minute of the second half. And the man over there to take it is the Russian man, Yuri Zhirkov, who will fling it in with his left foot. He does, but there's a defender there to head it away. So Chelsea get the ball on the halfway line, and that's Paulo Ferreira goes behind him to Ashley Cole, and Ashley Cole with a long ball trying to find Nicholas Anelka on the far side, but Anelka unfortunately hadn't got the legs to get up on that unless he had a motorbike.
So let's look at the 11 for Chelsea. They have Turnbull in goal, Pereira, Chaloba, Terry and Cole at the back, Sturridge, John Obi Mikel, Billy Clifford and Zirkov in the midfield, with Anelka and Didier Drogba up front. It's, when you consider the 11 who started the first half, the 11 who started the second, it's riches for Chelsea, with John Terry the main man. Here is Chaloba.
Nathaniel Chaloba, young man, making his way through the side, and the other man, of course, that's out there is Daniel Sturridge. Going to take a look at him as well. But Nathaniel Chaloba was born actually in Freetown in Sierra Leone, but he plays with England, which a lot of people will start asking questions about it, but he does have British parentage, and that's why he can choose, as he did when he was under 16, which country he wanted to play for.
Noor Hafiz hacks a clearance. So fresh challenge for Chelsea. That's a lovely play by Zirkov. Anelka looking for Drogba. John Obi Mikel. Oh.
The 24-year-old from Nigeria, cracking left-footed drive, and he is playing in a more forward position, and that's good to see. So as Des read out, the back four are now moving up onto the halfway line. John Terry leading them, but just have a look at this, hit it with his left foot, bang, and it wasn't too far away from that far post. Just seems a little bit more excitement and more urgency about the Chelsea play at the moment.
It's Drogba. It's when Drogba came on, the place erupted, and he's immediately put himself around more than Fernando Torres ever did. And Yahya will chase, but Ross Turnbull, clad in all white, clears.
26-year-old, 193 metres, so he's a pretty tall lad. And only played 7 league games so far for Chelsea, 2 in the FA Cup. So at any given stage, he's ready to take over from Peter Cech, who is here sitting down on the bench in front of us at the moment, as Drogba is tussling with 3 Malaysian players, and well, 3-1. You'd expect him to lose out there, or maybe. Drogba is a tough character. Here's Paulo Ferreira
under pressure. Ross Turnbull. It's cool.
Ferreira tried to start something from the back again. Finds John Obi Mikel, but he pushed it a little bit too far ahead of him. And the Malaysian side giving as good as they got. But that's nice skill, nice play by Daniel Sturridge. And Sturridge tried to find Nicholas Anelka on the far side. Just a little bit too strong. Nice idea.
There is, in this first 4 minutes, a lot more urgency from Chelsea. It's a different 11. The first 11 unable to penetrate this makeshift Malaysia selection of Super League players and under-23 players.
And it's interesting already, Des, that John Terry has told the all the backs to move forward and close down the space for the Malaysian side as they do. This is John Obi Mikel. Got Terry free. Terry has Cole outside him, and he finds Ashley Cole. Here's Yukov to Mikel to Terry. They played right across the park to Billy Clifford. Clifford finds Sturridge on the left wing. Now that's a good ball. Can Chelsea make something of this? Unfortunately, Paulo Ferreira's cross not executed correctly. It was the man who tested the goalkeeper in the first couple of seconds, John Obi Mikel.
Problem for Malaysia, they just can't get hold of the ball. And when they do, they're playing it long. And so they can't retain it. It's constant Chelsea pressure. Sharon Nissan. A little nutmeg on Billy Clifford gets probably the biggest cheer of the night.
Exactly. Billy Clifford, of course, he can play as a right back. He can also play as a left back, a left-sided player. He actually played against Portsmouth in that game that they won with an own goal, and on Saturday before they came out to Malaysia. But Clifford is certainly one that we will watch as well. Again, John Terry squeezing up the Malaysians, pushing them up near to the halfway line.
It's 10 o'clock at night on a hot, sultry Kuala Lumpur evening. It's Premier League pre-season warm-up for Chelsea, but they've been unable to penetrate Malaysia's selection.
They're trying to create a bit of space for themselves, Chelsea. They got John Terry away on the left. Instead, they go to the man who will create for them, John Obi Mikel. That's a long ball. He finds Ashley Cole free on the far side with Anelka in front of him. But again, the Malaysian defenders are back there in numbers, snuffed out the chance for Chelsea. But a completely different Chelsea side in the second half, and more urgency about them. And here the Malaysians breaking it up again.
Joseph Kalangti wins the throw-in, and Malaysia are going to make a couple of changes. Gary Stephen Robert, number 12, is a very highly rated player. Can play either central midfield or push forward, and he's coming on to replace Badri Radzi.
And the other player going to, well, when they get the opportunity to make the change, they're going to bring in Irfan Asel, number 7. You know, looking down at the performance of the Malaysian side, actually, I'm a little bit jealous of you, Des, because you actually commentate on all of these guys every week, and they're very good performers.
It's been terrific for Malaysia. It shows there is strength in depth. The national team are going through a bit of an upsurge. They're the SEA Games champions, which is the under-23 tournament region. They're the ASEAN champions for the very first time. The national team have got this humdinger of a game with Singapore on
very
Saturday night.
Yeah.
And the mood of football is very much on the upswing in this part of the world.
That's Anelka finding Ashley Cole over there. Terry involved again, and there he is inside the opposition half. Long ball, but no one going to accept the opportunity. And just looking down, Didier Drogba had come over to the far side. Terry was expecting him to go charging down the middle. John Obi Mikel again playing in front of the back four. The four are lying a little bit square, except Paulo Ferreira has got loose from them and gone forward. Here he is, finding Daniel Sturridge. I was impressed with his performances last year when he was on loan to Bolton, Des. He did very well for them, and I just thought maybe Chelsea would do this, pull him back and put him back into their squad.
Well, certainly giving him a chance with all the talk about who'll play Torres or Drogba. I think Sturridge might get in there and in one of the front three places. We'll find out when the season starts. Chelsea's first match away at Stoke.
Actually, they have an easy start, to be honest about it. All the other Premier League sides looking around and see that they play Stoke, and then they are at home to West Bromwich Albion, and they have a dinger coming up after that. Nice ball. Drogba took the ball away. from Gary Steven, Robert. Clipped his heels.
There's a screen at this arena, and every time it goes to a close-up of Torres in the first half or Drogba in the second half, there's an almighty buzz goes up. Sturridge. Closely marked by the left-back Mohamed Zubir and Trengganu as we look at Irfan Fazail, who's the man who came on for Khairuddin Omar.
Paulo Ferreira with the throw for Chelsea again, to Drogba. Then Drogba with a left boot aims it in the direction of John Terry, miles away from where Terry had to run for it. Ashley Cole inside to Anelka. Anelka looking for his two strikers up front, his two fellow strikers up front, Drogba and Sturridge, but this time they have a lucky break. The ball broke to them, but they weren't able to capitalize on it, and now the Malaysian side can take it away. Oh, poor pass, trying to push it through, but John Terry was back there, and so was John Obi Mikel. But poor pass from Mikel out on the far side, way off target.
There was a chance of a break there. Joseph Kalangti, he was looking up to see if Amri Yaya was making the run, and Amri was, and had held the line, but I think it was Chaloba who got in the way. Drogba.
Sturridge, he'll put it onto his left foot, but nicely intercepted, and there's a man free on the left-hand side if they can see him. They hang, but just too hard. Great idea, great run forward if they could have found him, and a good run forward by the number 4, Azmi, I should say.
Another errant pass, and another change about to be made by Malaysia selection. I think Joseph Kalangti's done a very good shift out there. He's going to be replaced in just a few moments' time by Sharul Aswari.
Number 19, Sharul Aswari coming on in place of the man who's limping off in that tackle. Kalantai was tripped by Drogba, so he takes a rest.
He holds his hamstring with Drogba trying a shot into the side netting from fully 40 yards. He makes things happen, Didier Drogba. Yep. Even in pre-season friendly, he's changed the mood of this stadium.
Actually, I think the goalkeeper for the Malaysian side got his measurements a little bit wrong there, and at the last minute, I think he got into a bit of a panic because he thought it was going to creep inside that upright.
Amri Yaya wins the header ahead of John Terry.
You don't often see that, do you?
Subramanian again. Two centre-backs have been immense. Sharon Nisam apologises. He's good enough to play the 40-yard ball.
But I think he looked up there and he saw Ross Turnbull in the Chelsea goal having nothing to do, so he thought I'd better warm him up a little bit. Billy Clifford wearing the number 47. There he is on the ball again, finding John Terry, the former England skipper. I was going to say England skipper, but of course he passed the baton back to Rio Ferdinand in the last international. Billy Clifford, can he get it across? No, unfortunately, over the dead ball line.
Chelsea have beaten Wycombe Wanderers 3-0. They had a fortunate win over Portsmouth with that goal from Ben Haim before they came out for this Asia Tour. They've got 4 matches on this Asia Tour, starting here in Kuala Lumpur, moving on to Bangkok, and then up to Hong Kong for 2 matches. And then the serious stuff starts.
Exactly. Here's Terry. Going to make a run forward. Got Anelka free on the far side. Can Anelka pull it back? He did. But the defender read it well. Grit, anticipation by the skipper for the Malaysian side. And now it's Dago on the attack.
It's a much better second half.
Yep.
Lovely sweeping Juan Zaharal. Had the confidence to take on Paulo Ferreira.
Yep. Ferreira, a man who played 61 times for Portugal, a very experienced international player. So, a free kick to Chelsea. But I still think, Des, that all the Chelsea supporters that are in here, and there are thousands of them, they would love a little bit more action. They would love to see the ball fly in the back of the net.
They were been a little bit spoiled. Arsenal came here and scored 4. Liverpool and Malaysia played out a wonderful, entertaining 6-3 match. The second half is better. Listening to 1 or 2 former pros around. John Barnes is here, Graham Lassau's here, former Australia player Abassad. They're all expecting goals in the second half.
There's Anelka, a man who certainly knows about scoring goals. And there's John Terry taking a little bit of a late knock, but apologies. Yeah, just looking at Anelka, a goal scorer. He has scored 202 goals.
That's off.
Drogba, flag up.
Oh, and it's a wrong call. He's onside.
Yeah. Slow motion showed that. Just to go back to Anelka, 202 goals in his career. Guy knows the way to the back of the net, doesn't he? And he has been saying while he's been here in Malaysia that he wants to cement a place in the first team, and he doesn't want any. Here's a chance for the Malaysians to go inside the penalty area.
Juan Zaharal. Tell you what, Chalobah is a big man. But Juan Zaharal twice now has had the confidence to run at Paulo Ferreira, and only good can come out of this for Malaysia's Olympic hopes.
Drogba feeding Anelka, and a good, nice overlapping play by Zakharov. He pulls it across. There's 3 defenders waiting there for it. Unfortunately, Billy Clifford couldn't pull it down and get a move on for Chelsea. Here's John Obi Mikel inside. Danny Sturridge.
How would you work that one out? Was he offside first time or second time?
Second time, exactly.
Again, Amri Yahya this time taking on Chalobah.
I think the Malaysian player might think he was hard done by there. He should have got something out of that. There's Cole, Ashley Cole to Anelka. Anelka inside him to Zhirkov, but they lose possession again.
Subramaniam. This is better. Malaysia in the past would have just launched that forward long now. I know it's not exactly positive going back to the goalkeeper, but there's ball retention. You can organise yourself, get yourselves in position to pick up the second ball from this long ball.
I would think that at the moment the coach that's the happiest is certainly the home coach.
Hong Kim Sui will be absolutely chuffed to bits, I should imagine. Former Malaysia international himself, Hong Kim Sui, he was a very decent sweeper.
Billy Clifford with a long pass. There he is on your screen, the young man, but he couldn't find Anelka over there. John Terry, I'm looking at him and I'm going to keep my eye on him, Des. looking at his left leg, so he's hobbling a little. Actually, it's his right leg where he took that knock, and there's going to be another change for the home side. Arasu coming in.
Again, it's like for like. It's an experienced player being replaced by one of the players from Harry Mahmouda, which is effectively the under-23 side, the young Tigers. And they are battling like Tigers.
Yes, they are. The young Tigers battling like Tigers, as you say, and that was Ashley Cole at the receiving end of a bit of a bite. Is the man born in Sierra Leone, but in England, actually he's the England captain of the under-21 side, and broken up again by Malaysia. They were trying to put the ball through. John Terry had his hand up, appealing to the referee for offside. Don't know whether he would have got it, because Tamil Arasu Drogba.
Tell you, that's not brave goalkeeping. That's Farizal bottling out of a potential one-on-one. He preys on Farizal, but he's got to come for that with his hands.
Interesting, the switch with the Chelsea side, that Zhirkov has gone out to the left wing, and then Nelka has now come in, and Didier Drogba has still stayed up in the front, and Sturridge has moved in off the right wing.
Trying a few tactical things. Villas-Boas was very much a 4-3-3 man with Porto.
Just taking a look at John Terry up at the top of your screen, and still feeling that right leg of his, where he took the knock earlier on. Anelka finds John Obi Mikel, now to Yuri Zhirkov. Got Cole breaking on the left. But again, the defence are there. They nearly mess it up.
Well, Hafiz has a couple of times given his team palpitations, but pace from Azwari. There's yellow shirts in support if they can switch it. But Azwari just over the top. And the support is now for Malaysia. These fans are having it both ways.
That was just brilliant football. That's something you'd have expected from Chelsea, not from the home side. Great stuff.
Shahril Azwari Ibrahim. We're into the final quarter of the match, and it remains goalless at Bukit Jalil. Close to 65,000 on hand, we would anticipate. It's a marvellous amphitheatre.
But a great performance. I think they'll get all the headlines tomorrow, but here's a chance. Drogba goes in, goalkeeper is able to collect it. Few hearts and mouths there at the moment for the local supporters, but they got away with it. When you see Drogba aiming down on your goalkeeper, I don't think you'd be too happy at all.
For Malaysia, this is interesting, because this squad is the has-beens and the wannabes.
Well, the wannabes have shown something tonight, Des. Terry to Zhirkov. Sturridge finds Ashley Cole on the far side, and Ashley Cole gets a push in the back. I think the two of them don't like each other over on that far side. And that was Othman.
Andy Othman, as you say, is a teenager, very unfazed by this. In fact, it looks like he's thriving on it. Zhirkov and Cole coming at him. He stood up to them. But again, the set plays, dangers for Malaysia. Drogba, Jalova, Mikel, and Terry.
Drogba is free in the penalty area at the moment, and he's pulling out wide.
John Terry it was who just couldn't keep the header down.
And there was a call, I think, from Anelka behind him. Nice floated free kick, as you had anticipated it would come in. But it was Terry, and it was Drogba and Anelka behind him. The two predators looking for something. And unfortunately, Terry decided to take it on, couldn't control it.
"70 minutes played at Bukit Jalil. It remains Malaysia select 0, Chelsea 0. Chelsea are now starting to play a little bit, although they might be caught out. This is Tamil. On Zaharul. Anelka.
Here's Sturridge going through. Can he open the scoring? Oh, the goalkeeper, great save. Went down, stayed up as long as he could, and forced Sturridge to take the shot. Good goalkeeping, and the defenders go straight over to him.
Sturridge does everything right, goes back across the keeper. It's a big hand, you called it right. He stands big, makes a super save. That one is top draw. But Malaysia looking like they're tiring as we enter the final 20.
Zherkov to take the corner in swinger. This is going to test the Malaysian side. Terry with a header just over the top.
The pressure is building. Chelsea don't want the headlines of being held by a scratch team.
Four corners to one, Des. 4 corners to 1.
There's a change. It's a goalkeeping substitution. And listen to the applause for Faris Al-Malias.
Oh, great saves. Made some great saves. And it's going to be Tarmitzi coming on. Isham Tarmitzi.
So Tarmitzi again from Harimau Muda.
Another 20-year-old. This guy is at 5'9", maybe a little bit shorter than his colleague who has just gone off.
There's an act to follow, son. And these are great questions being asked by these players of the national team coach K. Rajagopal. Arasu wants the foul and gets the foul.
John Terry pleading with the referee and saying, it hit my hand. Let's have a look. It did bounce up. Oh, well, 6 of one, half dozen another, I think. Both hands, maybe one from Terry, one from the Malaysian player. But a free kick in a dangerous position, just outside the penalty area. Who do you think will take this one, Des?
There isn't a specific set player out there, but if you listen to the crowd, there's a phrase, "We want goal," and it's ringing around the stadium. Noor Hafiz is the senior man. They might just roll it to the side for Noor Hafiz.
They have planned something. Othman maybe, the young 17-year-old taking it. Now he runs over it.
Irfan Fazail. And Fandi Othman runs back. Not the best set play. All the big build-up. Chaloba's error! Oh, it's just wide from Irfan. What an effort from the youngster. Took it early, and it's just a whisker away. It's Chaloba, who's too casual looking for John Terry. And number 7's on it like a flash, and...
Well, they made a big miscommunication at the back. With all the new mod technology that we have, they still couldn't tell each other and call to each other. big mistake, nearly costly for Chelsea as we come up to the 75th minute. Anelka. What can he do? He's got Paulo Ferreira running for him, taking the defenders out of the way, but then a poor pass back from Sturridge. John Obi Mikel. Ashley Cole. Put it back into the middle to Billy Clifford. And then a misread by the Chelsea forwards. Goes all the way back to Talitz.
He's put the ball out of play and has Izam because Noor Hafiz has gone down. Could be a little bit of cramp because he has worked exceptionally hard in the 75 minutes. And all pointing and jesting is on Kim Sui. His side are on the verge of a famous result. They will be talking about this if Malaysia Select can get a draw for years.
It would be fantastic. But at the moment, the question mark and the worry is about Noor Hafiz out there, and he's feeling the left leg, and it looks as if it could be, I don't think it's cramp, but in the meantime, if the camera swung around, you can see Andres Villas-Boas having a lot to say to Anelka and Drogba, and also to Daniel Sturridge, the three strikers, and he wants a little bit more urgency about the whole thing.
That's the Irfan effort. Ross Turnbull there having a go at Chalobah, and Chalobah for some reason having a go back. That was the centre-back's fault, pure and simple, and Chalobah was involved in two mix-ups with Hilario in the 1-0 victory over Portsmouth the other night.
Well, at the moment, the central defender and skipper is on the touchline, trying to get some treatment to the back of his left calf, and they're going to have to bring on a substitute. But at the moment, the home side are down to 10 men. And the substitute that's warming up down there is Amir Saidin.
Again, it's like for like, centre-back for centre-back. But Noor Hafiz has been such a revelation with his penalty box defending. This change won't help Malaysia Select, but it is made. Noor Hafiz is replaced, and Ahmad Saidin from Harimau Muda A comes on.
And he gets a great reception. He's been fantastic at the back for the Malaysian side. In the first half, spoiled a lot of the efforts from Torres, and in the second half has closed down the two men up front, Nicholas Anelka and Didier Drogba. Done a great job for the home side. Can Chelsea get something in the last 13 minutes? And they have floated the ball to Zhirkov, puts it back to, a nasty tackle, takes Drogba out of it.
That's Ahmad Saidin's first involvement. Got there as quick as I could, ref.
He actually put his head down and hit Drogba in the shoulder. Now is Drogba going to take this? Well, the unfortunate man who has got to hold on to this is going to be Tamizi, and there he is trying to organize his defense. Isham, Tamizi, and I tell you, his hands will sting if he gets anywhere near to this. But Drogba will, maybe, he'll chip it. He tried to chip it into the far corner, try and chip it over the wall.
5 yellow tigers in that wall. Didier Drogba off the keeper, and in, it's been given. Izam is fuming. The assistant referee has given it to be an own goal against Izam, who is absolutely livid.
Well, we might take a look at that again in slow motion and see. I have a feeling that the ball was over the line. Let's take a look at it again. Here's Drogba's kick. Goalkeeper parries it, hits it off.
No,
well,
not over the line.
Not over the line. Linesman made a mistake. Not over the line, but he has awarded the goal to Chelsea and to Didier Drogba. And Chelsea in the 79th minute get what has to go down as a lucky goal.
Well, Drogba being credited with it. It's if it is a goal, which it wasn't, it's Isam's own goal.
Well, the goalkeeper will be very disappointed at that, and it's actually very funny, Des, that is only this week that it was announced that the Premier League are hoping to have goal line technology introduced in 2012. Why haven't we got it now? We could have solved that problem. Hit off the post, off his back, and I think he got his hand to it. I don't think it crossed the line.
It's bounced on the line and come back to him. There is no doubt.
Well, if it stays like this, the headlines all over the world will say a lucky goal for Chelsea. Give them a victory if that's what they get out of this game. Is John Obi Mikel spoiled? Paulo Ferreira, and now it goes all the way back to the man who nearly gave away a goal, Nathaniel Chalobo. 80 minutes gone, Chelsea with 4 corners to 1, as you'd expect, but a lucky goal has to go down as a lucky goal, and Chelsea will admit that afterwards as well when they see the slow-mo of the game. It's Cole pushing it through, 2 of them offside. Sturridge,
the flag went up.
Sturridge with his right foot that time just couldn't swing it across and get it past the goalkeeper, Isham, but he was offside. Well,
Sivanason not covering himself in glory, the assistant referee, I'm afraid. Yep. It's easy, we've got all these replays.
Yep. Long free kick, Ashley Cole with the throw in on the far side to Terry, back to Terry again, and will Chelsea start to slow it down and play keep ball? There's Anelka. Got Paulo Ferreira free on this side. Anelka again. He's got Drogba inside him. Sturridge far side of him, and this is Obi Mikel, and he's got Zhirkov free on the left-hand side if Drogba could find him. Instead he finds Anelka.
Well, the big crowd have had their money's worth more in this second half. Malaysia Select will come out of this match full of positives and a final change. Shahrul Nisam comes off after a terrific shift from Shahrul Nisam. He'll be replaced by Abdul Shukur Jusso.
Another good performance from the number 6. Now the coach giving all his most of his squad. Ron Kim Sway, the coach, giving them a run out against Chelsea. Chelsea have a player down at the moment, and the referee holds up play, and it looks as if it's Nathaniel who went down under that tackle, Nathaniel Chalobo. And a few of the boys go in. Actually, it's interesting to see, Des, that some of the Chelsea players are storing up with a lot of liquid, so it must be very warm out there. The temperature gauge says it's about 26, 27, but it must be pretty hot for them out there.
Players tell me that it's like a sweat box when you're actually down on that surface, because it's a bowl stadium, it's fully covered, it holds the heat in, it sucks it in, and even though it's 10:30 at night in Kuala Lumpur, it's a warm, sultry night. And the players are wise to take on liquids. As you see there, that's how Chaloba got the knock from Tamil Aruba.
And there he is talking to the medical people that Chelsea have brought out with them. Besides the 26 players, of course, they brought all the technical staff as well. So they're going to make a change. They're going to take Chaloba off, which is correct, because he got a bang in the head. They'll make a change. John Terry on your screen. The skipper got a knock himself. And the change is going to be made, and it's going to be... Oh, no, in actual fact, they're not going to make a change now. They've decided against it, and Chaloba's gone back into the action. The young 17-year-old.
think everybody else has gone and got changed. That's why there's nobody left on the bench.
There's a chance for Malaysia to get back, and they get an equaliser.
Aruba!
Good ball through.
Aruba!
Oh!
What an opening.
What a chance. Here we go again. Look at it. Beautiful ball through the defence. Oh.
Hey, Tamil. Oh. Just got to hit the target.
In actual fact, he was given 3 opportunities. He could have gone left side of Turnbull, right side, and he could have gone through his legs as well because Turnbull stood up. The chance gone a-begging in the 85th minute. That could have been the equaliser. And it would have been a great equaliser as well because the build-up was magnificent. Here's Sturridge. Losing out again.
What a moment for Tamil Arasu. I wonder what Andre Villas-Boas makes of all of this. He's still got the look of eagerness, and he's still peppy and perky, but he can't be impressed.
No, that was actually a bit poor from Ashley Cole there. He could have controlled that, but it looked as if he went at it half-heartedly, and then apologises to his teammates inside. Here's Van de Ottman. I think, Des, I'd be right in saying he has enjoyed himself out there, Ottman.
I think there's a lot of the young players who've done their international chances a whole heap of good. They've given themselves confidence for the challenges ahead in the Olympic qualifiers against Syria, Bahrain and Japan. Harry Stephen Roberts is working hard, and Arasu was trying to make amends for that miss. Here's Zirkov.
Good tackle. Van de Ottman. The young man sticks his leg in, takes the ball away from a very experienced international player for Russia. Drogba, left foot.
Subramanian again with the clearance. Final change about to be made. No, they'll wait for the corner. Mohamed Afizi will it come on for Mohamed Zubair, but they'll wait for the corner first.
Outswinger by Zhirkov. Again, not a very good corner, but can it be hit? Now they come across to Sturridge. Sturridge goes all the way back to Paulo Ferreira, who was left on the halfway line as a night watchman. So 2 minutes left in the game, plus a little bit of stoppage time, as Malaysia trailed Chelsea by 1-0. And all the papers and all of the pundits around the world will say it was a very lucky goal that Chelsea got from a free kick by Didier Drogba, which hit the goalkeeper in the back and didn't go over the line, according to Des Corkle and myself. And the only man who thought it went over the line was the linesman on this side. Gave a goal.
Irfan Faisal. Paulo Ferreira, safety first. They're still going. 90 minutes on the clock, or 89 minutes on the clock, and Malaysia Select make their final change. It is the change we were talking about. Mohamed Zubair comes off. Mohamed Afizi moves over to right back. Van de Ottman comes over to left back.
Yep. And it's going to be the last chance saloon, I think, for Malaysia. This is where they got to try and grab an equaliser. Got a good opportunity. They're in the danger zone and they're forcing Chelsea to come back. Every one of the Chelsea players back inside their own half as they defend.
Cole lets it run.